very, very effective on Inferno. And for such a young team, with 3 new players, like we said, Kaobite, Cadian, and Nilla all coming in literally a couple of weeks ago, to see that from them already is very, very encouraging. So the end score was 13-16, because they really did put up a fight on the Terrace side. But in the end, Fnatic kind of put an end to the nonsense, didn't they? And they came back to win that. So that's their map choice going to them. And on Cash, like we said, this is Wolves' choice. So let's really hope for another close game and possibly even a third map, because that would just be fantastic.
Yeah, and the other side of the coin as well is that Fnatic, and you did comment on this while we were casting, seemed very antsy, very premature with their rotations as well. And a couple of times it really allowed Copenhagen Wolves to push on in and make the full use of that and get themselves some free bomb plants. And Cash is a map where rotations and transitions are absolutely integral, on CT side in particular, to keeping this map alive for you. So I do wonder if Copenhagen Wolves are going to be able to make use of that once again. And maybe that's one of the reasons why they singled out Cash and wanted to play it up against Fnatic. As I said before, Fnatic recently lost against Virtus Pro 16-7 on this map. So Copenhagen Wolves, I think they'll be fancying their chances here as the 9th round does come to its conclusion.
Yeah, man, and you could even go further than that, man. You could actually say there's certainly merit to rotating quickly as on CT, because you're playing a mixed style team, and so you would expect with a team with less strategies, less preparation, that they would play kind of more fluidly. They would just get a pick and push with it, and so rotating fast would probably normally be a good idea. But the Wolves were a little bit less predictable than that, and they played it very well. So you can always go, a layer deeper. So it was really a really interesting map in the end. And this is going to be the second map. So this is DE Cash. A big welcome if you're just joining us. If you missed the first, where were you? But a big welcome nevertheless. And we're all getting underway with Fnatic on the Terrorist side.
We will be. Terrorist side on Inferno was, pardon the pun, blisteringly hot. And you know, the thing is, well, I'm quite curious to see how their attack here on Cash is going to be, because Copenhagen Wolves, they did look a bit sketchy on CT side of Inferno. I think that's a fair statement to make. They got 4 rounds on it after all. So maybe Fnatic are going to rinse and repeat here. We're going to see like an all T-sided map. JW does open things up and Vent. Blade will drop. Pronax goes in as well. And already they have the player advantage pushing on towards B. There is a player there though, and it's going to be Pimp, but he's at the back and he very nearly gets himself a kill, but gets dropped instead. 4 versus 1, Kaobite. Good luck. Good luck clutching this round out for your team.
Yeah, I'm sorry, man. Oh, one
rip.
shot from Oliver. I'm just saying, JW got another one-tap headshot through a smoke with a pistol.
Oh, I didn't see that.
The chat is going to erupt with hacks.
The filth though.
Nozzle
was it caught
Man
on street?
saying it. I don't know. That's an unknown factor. I hope it wasn't. Oh, it was. Right, okay. JW after tonight's going to be called a hacker. But he's not. Don't worry about it, guys. He's a professional player. It's just kind of intuition. You just kind of, you can sense where they would normally be and, just shoot him. But JW's had a lot of luck tonight. Fast play from Fnatic through the middle. Cadian has made them work for it a little bit, getting the 1 frag. But there's Pronax with 1 back, and it's back to normal service. It looks like fantastic nade onto Kaobite. He's only on 4 HP now. And it's fairly obvious what Fnatic want to do here. Or is it, as they go through the CT... Oh, through the vents. I thought they went through the CT. They just go through vents. Pimp with a lovely shot. And there's Miller with a frag as well. Pimp with another one. Very nice stuff from them. Now it's a 2-on-1. They flip the coin in an instant with just pistols. And now it's the man you really don't want to be facing up against in this situation. It's JW. But it's JW no more. Kaobite comes in. And that's the 1-1 scoreline. They come in and they win the second round. Bit flustered after that. Good stuff from the Wolves.
Yeah, understandably. I'm not sure what the hell just happened there. Copenhagen Wolves got just convincingly beat off pistols. Pimp with a sublime shot, as you called, and definitely carrying on from that form that we saw in the second half of Inferno, where he went from 1-7 to 26 frags in the end. You can see now that Copenhagen Wolves will be pushing out aggressively. Do get the first frag, Kaobite. Nice AK shot. Glade gets the second as well. And once again, Fnatic up against the ropes. Pronax really should have got that kill, I have to feel, but he's going to get pushed from Glade, gets dropped as well, all on flush up. He has the deagle. Maybe the 1 deags are going to come into effect here, but the bomb has been dropped in a really precarious position. I'm not sure if Copenhagen Wolves know it, because it's behind a box. They're going to find out right now, and they are going to camp this area. So Flusher with it all to do, don't fancy his chances. It should be a 2-1, and indeed it will be. It's Copenhagen Wolves.
Lovely stuff. What a fantastic answer. You lose the first round, but it's... I'm not going to say it's better to come back and win the second round because that would just be nonsensical, but it's almost as good as winning the first round, winning the second round, because you just completely destroy the economy of your opponents, and it's almost like you've stolen something. It's almost like it wasn't yours to take, but you took it anyway, so it does wonders for the confidence as well. So great stuff from the Wolves, and now look at this, Cajun with an AWP, the rest of his team fully equipped in. Here's Fnatic though, pushing in very quickly. Who's going to get the opening pick here? KOI is the one getting it, and Glaive doesn't get a single kill there. JW makes damn sure of that with his CZ. Both him and Olofmeister are very tagged. God, good grenade and good combination. Look at this. The mop-up crew is most certainly in action. Pimp with the 1D. Lovely stuff. With 2 remaining members, they do get the round, but I say 2 remaining members. Let me reiterate, that's quite an expensive eco round actually, and they did get the bomb down, so a very good round, all things considered, from Fnatic. But that's going to be 3-1.
Yep, a good round, but Copenhagen Wolves already starting much better than their CT side of Inferno, that's for sure. And I think they were 5 or 6-0 down at one stage there, and only finished with 4 rounds if you have just joined us. So, Fnatic, they can afford to buy up. They are indeed going to buy up. JW has himself an AWP. He's been on fire with that weapon thus far in this best of 3. I'm just curious where he's going to peak with it. Looks like he had a good spawn for B, so he's going to go right in on B. Can he get the opening pick? Yes, he can, onto Nilla, who did not know what hit him. And with that opening pick, it looks as though they're going to do nothing with it on B and instead rotate quickly to A. It's just Kyobi's there. Cadian is coming up as well. Glaive is starting to maneuver his way around from mid. So Fnatic are going to put the brakes on for now, but they do have the advantage going forward here in the 5th round.
They sure do. I mean, what's interesting to me right now is the bomb's still in T-spawn, so whether it's... Oh, Cadian missing by a whisker there through the smoke or Pronax. Good nade. Is he going to try it? He's not JW standard through the smokes. But yeah, it's interesting. But the bomb has actually gone towards A, so that train of thought has been a little bit derailed. And it is going to be an A push. No fancy trickery from Fnatic. And there is only KOI on the site. But there is a man on the A ramp, and there is actually one rotating in from CT. Nice shot from Olofmeister. That's going to give him the opening. But there's Cadian immediately answering back. KOI gets a frag. Good stuff from him. Can he get another? Yes, he can. Brilliant defense. That's his job done. He does go down, but he got 2. Now it's a 2-on-2. Cadian and Pimp, both with AWPs, interestingly enough. And JW jumps up, gets the frag onto Cadian. That was a ridiculous shot by anybody's standards, let alone JW. And Pimp now is going to survive that shot from JW, but he should have... What? Did he just kill himself?
Wait, what? I didn't see.
What?
I was watching JW. Our producer's pissing himself laughing. What happened, Ruben?
What is going on?
Did you see it, Ruben?
He might have binded it by accident and just pressed it. That's a new one. I don't think I've ever seen that before.
Hated himself.
Oh, he hated himself. I thought he killed himself.
I just watched that back on stream. That was actually pretty hilarious. It
was all going so well for the Wolves, and Pim just kills himself with an aid. Great. And now they're on eco, so
they are. And Olofmeister has picked up the 1st and the 2nd as we ramp into the 6th round and the 3rd as well. It is an eco bash, and still he's putting bullets to faces. Bomb's been planted. Fnatic looking good for the 3-3. Apparently we're going to highlight that because it was so hilarious. So there you go.
Oh, poor Nilla. He's going to regret that now. Somebody's saying, how can he jump shot and get it so accurate? Let me tell you, it wasn't actually a jump shot. You can jump up. They're not going to get the round. I was just going to get a little bit excited there, but they're just saving the guns. It wasn't a jump shot. When you get boosted, when you jump onto the barrel, you can then again jump higher onto the red container, so you can actually get up there. And what he did was a crouch jump. So essentially, you jump up, press crouch, twice, once before setting off, and like once when you land. And essentially, you get up to the jump quicker, and he did that and held crouch, so the accuracy was there when he got to the top. So that's a little tip for you guys, but yeah, pretty sexy, wasn't it, from JW? And it's going to be 3-all, so Fnatic come right back into this one. They do.
I do wonder if if Pimp is still face palming hard after that. Oh, JW though, as I cut that thought short, because JW just got a nice flick shot through mid onto Cadian. He does get himself found out from Flusher. JW gets smashed down from Glaive. Nice little double from him. There's Kaibai once again on A. Doing work. Gets another double. Very nice round here from Copenhagen Wolves. Pronax unable to connect the dots to get himself a kill. There we go. Gets the first one. And Glaive picks up his 3rd, I believe, indeed. 4-3. Good answer back from Copenhagen Wolves.
Yeah, tit for tat. The money, pretty weird for Fnatic. It's 2 of them are pretty rich and 3 of them aren't, so it's a strange one. Best decision for me, really, is even out the money. So Crimson JW drop some CZs for the rest of their team and eco this one. So let's see what they decide to go with. Pronax in game leader. What's he going to choose for? It looks like they're going to be ecoing. Or are they? Wow, Crimson's going for the orb. This is unorthodox. Are you serious? What the hell? Okay, that's one way to even out your money, people. Buy 2 orbs and have the rest of the team with CZs. If this works, they've just developed a new meta right there. That's a really crazy buy up. 4-3, like you said, nice answer from the Wolves, but with 2 warps in play, you've got to say it's not a terrible buy. They could certainly do work with this.
Yeah, they could. And the CZs have Kevlar as well, so they are definitely putting a lot of eggs into this basket in the 8th round. But it can definitely pay off for them. If they get a couple of opening picks here, they've got every chance of just rushing in. The bomb's been dropped way back behind main, so they're not going to show their hands too much at the moment. The spray coming in from Glaive, not really able to connect, but already 2 players have been tagged down pretty significantly. Crimson Pronax, 39 and 28 HP respectively, 50 seconds to go on the timer. And Copenhagen Wolves, what they have to do really is lock the positions down and stay in where they are right now, and they've been pretty good stead. They've got 2 players on B, Cadian's hanging around mid, 2 players on A, and it looks as though Fnatic with 35 seconds to go, they're going to be pushing on B side.
Certainly looks like that. The bomb's making its way, and there's a full rotate. So 2 members on this site. Are they up to the defense? That's the question. Nilla, the man who really didn't perform on Inferno first half, with a blistering grenade. Fantastic. Just clicking and releasing, and he's done so much damage there. That's going to help his team massively. Cadian with a frag in the middle area. That's not where it matters. It's B that matters. JW lands 2 kills with his AWP, and that's the power of buying up randomly like that. Give it to JW. He's going to do something with it. Of course he is. He gets them the opening. He gets the bomb down for them. Now 3-on-3 retake city. Can they get this retake? Cadian gets the one, but Flush answers back, and now everybody's got guns, so the eco is not becoming an eco anymore. Glaive takes down Flush, and now it's just Crimson, a 2-on-1 with an AWP. It's not easy, and he misses the initial shot, so it's not a 1-on-1. It should be a simple case of finding the frag, and they do in the end. So Wolves with the round going their way, but once again very expensive. But on the other side of that, Fnatic wasn't really an eco round, so the question is, are they going to have to eco now fully? Yes, they are. So that was kind of a buy, a very, very weird buy, but as a result, it's not worked out for them. It should be 6-3.
Should absolutely be 6-3. Are they going to invest too much into this round? Like, obviously it's going to be an eco, but they want to get grenades? Not really. You've got a couple of flashbangs here and there from Fnatic, but this is by and large a full-on eco with just upgraded weapons with P250s, 5 of them in actual fact, on the board. So let's see, where do they want to go with these weapons? Are we going to see something special from Fnatic? It's going to be a B push. They're going to train, they're going to conga line their way in. Flashbang comes down. No one can really see a single thing, but Copenhagen Wolves coming out the better, and the knife goes in from JW. He will get dropped. So that's going to be a nice chunk of change going into his back pocket, but still, Copenhagen Wolves only lose the 1 player. They'll be pretty happy with that outcome.
Yeah, they should be as well. I mean, winning these rounds now is it's good news for them. We saw them struggle massively on CT side of Inferno, and that's the CT side of map as well. I mean, some people might just immediately argue, well, yeah, Jono, this is CT side of map though, but so is Inferno, and they really struggled. And to see them getting CT rounds is positive for them. Anyway, I'm neutral. I want a 3rd map. And Fnatic, they just are the better team, so this would be a bit of an upset, and they're always nice to see. There's Glaive doing a JW through the smoke, getting a headshot. That's going to give them a fine start. JW, look, he's shooting through walls. He's ridiculous. He's definitely cheated. I'm joking. Relax, guys. He's not cheating. Don't worry about it. Pimp lands the frag somewhere else, and JW, Crim's now flush it as well, still left alive. So 3 plays 4 now, courtesy of JW. Just did find a frag. Hope that wasn't through a wall. I didn't actually see it myself. The bomb is waiting towards A main, and it looks like it's going to be an A play. So let's see if the Wolves are up to the defense in this round.
Well, they do have the play advantage in 50 seconds. The kill from JW, by the way, was from Squeaky on towards the barrels. He just kind of saw a pixel and made the pixel perfect shot. There we go again. Just rushes into B. Kaibai was not expecting that and does get taken down. So now on a 3 versus 3 with 30 seconds to go. The bomb will be planted. And who is that in position? It's Glaive. He does get the kill. There's Pimp as well. All on flush up. 1 versus 2 situation. Now it was 1 versus 3 for about a millisecond. Gets the first and the second as well. Get right would be proud of that spray. And it is going to be another round to Fnatic from Flusher. 1v3. Thank you very much.
Wow, sensational there from Flusher. That spray, that should never have happened. In a 1-on-2, you must get the refrag, and they just weren't quick enough. Pimp probably should have had his AWP out and gone second. That way, while Flusher had his aim trained on the other man in there, he would have just got in and got the AWP frag. So, bit of a misplay from them. Glaive struggling to kill JW, but finally does. And that's once again going to give them a nice start. But we've seen this before, e.g. in the last round, and Flusher happened. That was a really great clutch. 6-4 then. Wolves still with a slender lead. They're doing well, but Fnatic are definitely showing signs of life. And with them going onto the CT side, of course, Wolves will want a good amount of rounds, because it's not going to be an easy task as Terrace going against Fnatic on this map. So it's pretty balanced. A very balanced start, to be honest. Just up in the air. Olif Meiset takes Cadian down, so that's talking of balance, going to bring it all square in terms of numbers. 4 plays 4. The bomb once again just dropped somewhere, so Fnatic, just the way they seem to be playing it, very simply, is just get a pick somewhere and decide to push it. And there's another pick. Crimson's going to find Glaive, so should be an A play. Oh, Pronax takes down Kayabai as well. It's going to be a 2-on-4. This is probably going to be a Fnatic round.
Yeah, more than likely will be. Pimp and Nilla both on B side of things are going to have a bit of a trek just to get to the bomb, which has just been planted courtesy of Pronax on A. And they may very well just think of saving these weapons, John. I think that's pretty much the play they're going for, considering their positions. So it will be a 5th round to Fnatic, and after a shaky start, they seem to be right back in this one.
Yeah, man, a couple of people asking kind of what an average scoreline would be. You're expecting 10-5, 9-6 on Cash as CT, so that's kind of what they're aiming for. So Fnatic already with full rounds, if they get a couple more, they'll be in good stead. Likewise, if Wolves, come back and get the remaining rounds, they should be fairly happy with their half as well. So, like I said, up in the air, but it's 6-5 now as Fnatic have picked up that round. In terms of money, not looking great for the Wolves, actually. 2 M4 saved, that's going to do them the world of good, but the rest of the team are on eco. So Fnatic now with a very real chance of bringing it back all square, 6-all, and you've got to say that's got to be better for them, because they're on the harder side. Unless the Wolves come back and win all the rest of the rounds. But still, 9-6 is not an amazing half as CT. 10-5 is decent. Anything more than that's fantastic. So 9-6 is workable. It's not like 11-4 that they lost on Inferno again, but they'll like to do a little bit better. Opening from Crims is going to take down Nilla. And actually, that was one of the M4s going down. And Crims is not going to allow them to salvage it. Gets another nice play from him. And the other M4's lurking on the B side. So he's kind of nullified. He's kind of irrelevant, actually, over there. So he should rotate around. Fnatic are most certainly going towards this A bomb side. And you've got to say, if they get one more frag, just like that, it's going to be very easy for them.
Yeah, very easy round for Fnatic. They're going to look to do this flawlessly. Indeed, they're looking on point to do that right now, unless Pimp can get a kill. Nope, has a quick peek. Tries his hand, backs on away, wants to save this M4. Bomb's been planted by Pronax once again. And it will be the 6-6 scoreline, with Crims picking up a triple. Looking for his potential quad. He will be coming head-to-head with Pimp if he keeps this. No, I was going to say if he keeps going the same way. Instead, he backs on towards mid. And it looks like Pimp could actually get some damage down. No, Crims does get his 4th kill after all. I feel like Pimp probably should have done better, considering that he's been performing so well. But regardless, 6-6 and the buy coming in from Copenhagen Wolves.
Yeah, you're being too polite, mate. It's a British tendency, isn't it? That was awful. He should have killed him, He didn't see him at all. He had the drop on him completely, and he just fluffed it. Just sprayed out with his M4s. That's really bad from Pimp. And he goes down with his gun with him to his grave. So he's going to have to rebuy instead of saving that. Flusher opens up onto Nilla. And it looks to me like the beast is awoken. Fnatic, having gone down a few rounds, have come back, made it all square, and now got themselves that nice start that they would have liked. And yeah, they're looking good, aren't they? The defense hasn't really been up to much in the last few rounds. The Wolves need to reignite their strength. JW with the flick onto Glaive. Another lovely shot from him. He's just been a spectacle tonight. It's been a joy to watch. And 5 plays 3. This is, like I say, looking very good for Fnatic once again. So yeah, let's see with three members if Wolves are going to be up to this defense. And actually, they're going towards B, and it's just Pimp in the vents. It's going to be very hard for him.
Yeah, very, very difficult indeed. And Kerbeg in a good position, does get the first one. So again, on 8, he's doing a nice little job. But look at this B push from Fnatic. 4 players strong, There's Pimp from Vent. Let's get the first one. JW answers back on uppers. With a nice little up shot.
It's not
How many
fair.
times you said that? It really isn't. The guy is on a different level right now.
He's on
Hasn't he?
16-9 on this map, and he was on.
Yeah.
I think he hit a 30 bomb on Inferno.
He did. Yeah, he hit 30. I think he may have even got 32, 33. Olofmeister, though, will take out the rotating Klayabay from Bomb A, of course, and that will leave Pimp once again to save a weapon. 7-6. Nice comeback from Fnatic here. And so best case scenario is going to be an 8-7 on CT side from Copenhagen Wolves. Much better than Inferno, but still, I'm not too sure that's going to be good enough.
Yeah, it's true. It's much better than Inferno. We must remember, we must cast our minds back to the last few rounds. I was saying it's crucial they get a few more, and they really worked with those rounds, didn't they? They did fantastically on the Terror side. So I'm going to be quietly optimistic once again. And this time round, there's certainly a lot more cause for optimism than there was in Inferno. So let's hope that they can make a game out of it once again. Fnatic do look like they're in commanding position once again. They've got plenty of money and fully equipped it here. On the opposing side of Wolves, their money isn't great. They've got 2 fan masters and a CZ in play. So in terms of weaponry, not fantastic. So let's see if they can get this round and buy up better next time round. There's Klayabay taking down the leader of Fnatic, Pronax, just charging on through a smoke on his own. That just really does highlight the level of confidence. And I don't think arrogance is the right word, because playing with confidence is just it's a powerful thing in Counter-Strike. So it's not really a case of being arrogant. It's just a case of going with it and just kind of overrunning your opponents. But it's certainly, it's not really giving them that much respect. But it's 4-4. And let's see if Wolves can convert this. Pimp is going to push on through. Doesn't hit his shot. Flusher was crouched. I think I saw the bullets just land a little bit above him. And it's 4-3 now. JW. No, that's Olofmeister jumping up with the no-scope, making it look so good. Crims is going to find the frag onto Glaive as well. So with the nice start, with Pronax going down since then, it's all been Fnatic. So the quiet optimist in me is still alive. But like I say, Fnatic most certainly in the driving seat here, man.
Yeah, look at their economy as well from Copenhagen Wolves. It's not looking too good. It's looking a bit grim. I'm not sure if they're going to be able to afford. Obviously, we'll find out that fairly shortly. Nilla, all that remains. And he's about to be pushed. And he does actually get the first kill. Could get the second as well, but there's the wallbang from Flusher. And looking at the economy, they are going to be able to afford, but it's not going to be full weaponry. They're not going to have an AWP. This is sad times. They're having to go for a Mag 7 and a Scout with a FAMAS and a couple of M4s. Fnatic, on paper, with a double AWP setup, should pick up this 9th round.
On paper, yeah. Don't believe the hype, kids. Come on. I want Wolves to get this round and send us to the 3rd. I really do. Because that would be a nice tale, wouldn't it? Having come back on Inferno and then to win the 2nd map. A nice progression. It would be really lovely. I'm sounding really soft all of a sudden. I don't know why. The Glaive gets the frag onto JW. Scout versus JW. And JW falls. Good start, but they do answer back, do Fnatic. Then with Pronax getting a headshot, so bringing it back to a 4-4 advantage immediately taken away from them. And like you said, if they can get this round, that'd be great. And if they get the ecos as well, that will put them in the lead, in fact. And from there, they'll just need to emulate their Terror side of Inferno. They did brilliantly. So it's still doable, but it's not going to be that easy for them, especially if they don't win this round as well. Because with a 3-round cushion, Fnatic will be looking pretty good. Pimp does not land that frag onto Crims. That was going to be a big one had he done it. And Flusher takes down Nilla. So once again, they get themselves in a decent position, Wolves, and they just give away their frags. Fnatic are going to be pushing towards the A bomb site, it does appear. And with nobody defending there, they're going to have a nice time of it. And Wolves, 2-on-4. Can Cadian and Glaive step up big? That is the question. Yeah,
that is the $1 million question right now. And so far, it looks to be a resounding no. Pronax will silence Cadian. It's all going to be on Glaive. Crims turns around. That flashbang finishes things off. 9-6 will be your halftime scoreline to Fnatic. And remember, it was a bit of a rocky start for them as well, Jono. They won the first round, then instantly got knocked out from Copenhagen Wolves. And since then, it's been really back and forth. But Fnatic seeming to find that momentum when it really counted. And now on CT side, they're in a really favourable position. As you say, though, if Copenhagen Wolves can win the pistol round, who knows? Maybe we'll see a repeat performance on Inferno T side where they really brought it back.
That's it, yeah. Fnatic won the last 6 rounds in a row, so they've just completely stepped up and overrun them. Here comes the push onto B. Pronax with 2 P2K kills, 2 headshots in glorious fashion. Pimp comes back in and gets one back. And that's going to make it, well, there's Flusher once again, just getting a headshot. It's 4-on-2, the bomb has been planted. So Nilla really on the site is the key member here. And the other man is Glaive. He's going to be hiding around towards that checkered area. Can Nilla get the frag? Yes, he can. He gets the headshot onto Flusher. Can he get any more? Crimson's pushing him. And Nilla should be able to find that frag. And he does, in fact, bring it back. 2-on-1 now, actually, as Glaive failed to get anything done and went down. And there's the one shot from Olofmeister. So brilliant play from Pronax and a decent retake in the end from Fnatic. That's going to be 10-6. That's a little bit of a shame because in the 4-on-2 there, it was looking fairly good for them. Nilla got 2 kills, but Glaive didn't get a single frag. He got overrun in the 2-on-1 that they isolated him over in Checkers area. And yeah, they didn't get the round. 6-10. Fnatic now in a brilliant position. There's no beating around the bush, mares. They're on the easiest side. They've got the guns. It's looking good for them.
Oh yeah, 100% agree with you. Looking good. Got a CZ and 3 P250s on the side of Copenhagen Wolves. Maybe if they can connect a few headshots, there's life left in this team here. I was going to say in the old dog, but I guess it would be the old wolf. Either way, they're going to be pushing through Squeaky. 4 players with Glaive occupying mid, watching into main. In fact, is he in main? Let me have a quick check. Yes, he's just outside of main. He's now pushing towards garage. So he's trying to scout out and get as much information as possible. He just got tagged through the wall. Who was that by?
Oh, that's my set. It's not JW, don't worry.
Wow. I was going to say, if that was JW with his P250, what is going on?
That's a spam spot now. It's a weird one. And the fact that he just guessed the perfect time and shot him, it's just absurd. The intuition on these players tonight is ridiculous. It's another level. Here comes the Eco Flush. They're on this A-bomb site. A bomb plant would be just fantastic here for the Wolves. That would be their aim. Pronax has got 1 and gone down. Olofmeister got 2. And the bomb is going to be planted. Olofmeister allowed it to go down. That was rather comical, actually. Flusher did come in and get the final frag. But with the bomb going down, that's going to give them money. And if they want an early buy, they can do. The merit to doing that, I don't know. We'll have to see exactly what money they've got. Yeah, they're going to be doing it. They've got plenty to buy, so it's certainly a good decision. I was going to say, there's not really... they're not in that much of a rush, because they're not that far behind. It's not like they desperately need rounds. So had they only had kind of 4k on average, probably saving up and getting AWPs in play would have been a better idea. But in fact, they've had enough money to buy AWPs, and they haven't gone for it. So we see Wolves now with a very mobile kind of setup. Let's see if they can come back again and show us a great terrorist display like we did see on Inferno.
Yeah, maybe that's harkening back to the idea of trying to out-rotate, out-position Fnatic again, make them do these transitional plays that kind of put them in a precarious position. But that is going to be the first shot ringing out from Olaf's AWP, and that will be the first kill. Cadian drops. Kiaba was waiting in wait for JW and actually gets the kill on him. That's going to bring things back nicely in terms of Copenhagen Wolves and potentially open up this B site. Flusher is there, Crimson mid. And you've got Olaf and also Pronax still on A. So Pimp looks to be pushing through the garage towards mid. Crimson's going to be there with the P90, but he's unable to connect anything of real significance. Does tag up Pimp pretty significantly, but overall they're still going to push in onto B. And there is Flush Up. Gets the first one. We saw his spray before was phenomenally strong. Took down in 1 versus 3. But can he go better? He's down to 1 HP. He's been finished off from Pimp's grenade. There's the second kill from Pimp. It's all on Olaf now, who has the AWP. He's in uppers, and he's in a 1 versus 3. I don't really fancy his chances, especially as the 3 players have pretty much every single angle covered.
Yeah, but we've seen crazier things, and I think you should just go for it, just for highlight reel sake. The bomb has been taken quite far, though. I think he's walked out onto the up. He drops down, gets the frag on Vanilla. But that's all he's going to get. And actually, they're going to be able to take that AWP. So it's kind of a blessing, actually, for Wolves. They did drop the 1 member, but they're going to be able to save that AWP. Yes, they didn't buy an AWP in the last round, but maybe they changed their mind. Cadian, of course, he's going to want that AWP, and he gets it. So with a fully equipped team going against a non-equipped team, Copenhagen Wolves put themselves in a fairly decent position. It should be, hopefully, for their sake, 8-11 if they can convert this anti-eco. Olofmeister gets heavily tagged, and look at this push from Fnatic. 4 members charging through with their pistols, and Kayabai is in a very precarious position. He's stuck behind that wall. He's going to have to get out. There's Glaive, though, from behind. Nice play from him. Good awareness to realise that they had pushed through and just to go behind them again. And actually, the rest of his team are going to do that as well. Glaive being the in-game leader, he's going to call that. He's going to be like, guys, the B-bomb site's free. And that should be their bomb plant, and it should be their round.
Yeah, should be. But Fnatic, they're starting to move back into position. JW and Crim's going through the smoke. There's Cadian. That's the first in this exchange. That's definitely going to put another nail in the coffin from Copenhagen Wolves into Fnatic. Olofmeister, JW, can you pull anything off? You've got an AK-47, wants to save it, but there is Pimp. Coming round from the back. JW's all that remains. He has AK. They must have guessed that he'd probably be in this position, because Pimp surely would have seen him if he'd pushed any further by. Now, Nilla coming in is going to certainly confirm what they already thought. JW goes down. AK will not be saved, and that will be another round on the board for Copenhagen Wolves.
So, they're clawing back like we hoped they would on the terrorist side. And actually, are Fnatic going to save again? This is quite unlike them, especially tonight. We've seen them go for some ridiculous buys. That probably would be enough to scrape kind of a force buy, but for once they do the smart thing and they're going to save again. So that's a double eco coming out for Fnatic. I'm not sure if Wolves would be aware of this, so I don't know if that's going to change their strategy or anything. Speaking of strategy, definitely not advisable to push the A bomb site because there's 4 members stacked up there. Last time round they pushed the B, and this time round they're going to stack on the A. And actually here comes the push, they pop flash through. Pronax finds the kill, and Crims has got one as well. So like I said, not advisable at all. And they're still going for the gun battle. Why? Why do that? Oh, I'm sorry. Okay, it's not my job to get frustrated for them. But that was really silly. They knew it was a stack on Eco, on the A bomb site. They knew that they'd push through into main. And Pim runs out with the bomb on his own and gets killed by the orb. And there you go. There's the last frag from Olofmeister. Gifted on a plate. Terrible round for Wolves. And a good round for Fnatic. I'd be absolutely livid with my team if I saw them do that on the Wolves side.
Irate, yeah, absolutely irate, because, as he said, a real head-scratcher of a round from them. And Fnatic get a free round pretty much there, just pushing through, playing aggressive. I mean, take nothing away from Fnatic, they played that one very well, but Copenhagen Wolves making a few mistakes. There is the first pick, though, from Cadian with the AWP. And already, B has been completely overrun. It's been ransacked by Copenhagen Wolves. This bomb will be planted in the next couple of seconds, I would assume, if Kyobai can get himself up. Yep, he is going to be planting at the back right of the site. Smoke will be blocking out any vision from the rest of Fnatic. And now it's all about the retake. There's JW, though. Opens things up. Breaks the deadlock from himself in this round. He still have the player advantage, but with that bomb being down, it's a pretty big thing to have to deal with. Katie's missed 2 op shots in a row. He does catch Pronax there on the second time of asking on him, but there's Katie and Pimp just cleaning house. And that's the problem with trying to retake a site like that, that you are very much in a claustrophobic environment, and as soon as you drop down, there's so many angles to cover.
Yeah, it's true. Actually, I was going to say it's a fairly easy bomb site to retake, but the big but is you've got to come from vents as well, because then you pincer them in. It's one of the easiest bomb sites to actually pincer in the terrorists. But they were all in CT, like you said, it's claustrophobic. They're all in there, and they dropped down and got picked apart. So lovely afterplant hold there from Wolves, and that's going to be their 9th round on the board. Glaive spots out an aggressive CT in middle. That was Pronax, and JW's there as well. So they should be kind of aware of possibility of a CT boost there. They should be set up for it. And Fnatic have played their cards. Played their hand out, I'm trying to say the metaphor is. Because they've kind of given away what they were going to do. Glaive is fully aware of it now. He spots him out on the roof. And JW being so stubborn with it, he's going to stay up there. I think he will just wait for a while and then peek again, hoping that they would kind of dismiss the fact that they, hoping that he would have dropped off. So quite smart play from JW, actually. Classic hyper-aggressive style that we've seen all night long from him. And yeah, both teams fully equipped, so it's going to be a big round if Wolves can get it, bringing the scoreline a lot closer and forcing Fnatic back a little bit, economically speaking. Oh, nice pick from Olofmeister. Cadian was the man with the AWP taking point. And that's exactly it. JW does what I thought he would and peeks over again after waiting for so long. They weren't expecting it. Gets 2 frags for it. And it's a 2-on-4.
Yeah, 2-on-4. And these are the critical rounds that Copenhagen Wolves desperately need to somehow clutch. It's not quite danger zone period right yet, but it is starting to get towards that stage. A 3 versus 1, and Pimp only has 20 HP. Easy pickings for Crims, who gets the last 2. And 13-9 will be the scoreline. And having a look at the economy right now of Copenhagen Wolves, not exactly the greatest of things. They're going to have to eco this round.
Yeah, so big play from JW and Fnatic all round. So that's going to secure them the lead again, with a 4-round deficit to be made up by the Wolves. And being on the easier side as well, these other kind of factors, Fnatic, for me, are certainly in a better position. And as soon as they start gathering confidence, they just become a different beast altogether, don't they? They just become so hard to play against. They've been so formidable online, and tonight they are showing us why. I mean, there have been certainly great glimpses from the Wolves that they are a competitor as well, but Fnatic, when they've turned up the heat, they've just looked very, very good. Bomb has been planted, though, and this is an eco round from the Wolves, so things going pretty well in this round, at least, for them. It looks like JW is just going to come and mop up, and there's an eye fill from JW. I've run out of ways to describe this guy. Tonight, he's just been ridiculous. It's probably the only word I could think of.
It pretty much sums it up. He has been just on a different level, and I think that's his second knife kill of this evening. I remember him getting one earlier towards B. I think he was hiding in the corner and got one, so the guy is he's performing. There's no two ways about it. He is performing to a very high level. Again, no Pimp is going neck and neck with him, and he has been the standout player for Copenhagen Wolves as far as I'm concerned, top fragging by 8 kills at the moment, whereas JW is top fragging by 3 on his team. So this goes to show us someone needs to step up to the plate and help Pimp out here on Copenhagen Wolves if they want to survive this map.
Yeah. It's 10. You can't do maths. not that I can't either.
Oh, it's frags wise. Someone was on 14. Jono the maths king.
I was looking. Oh, sorry. Why would I even question you? I'm sorry. Never a good thing. Okay, I'm myself look like an idiot now. 5 plays 4. It's because I was looking at the assists as well. I didn't even see the below. Never mind. I am embarrassed. JW, of course, getting frags. Flusher gets one back. And there's JW still alive. If he got that frag, I was just about to take my heads off and just ban him because it's not fair. He's just been so good tonight. It's just an unstoppable force that's always been present and going against the Wolves. 2-on-2 though, this is actually looking like a quite good situation for the Wolves. They can finish Crims off, and they do. So KRB and Glaive now tasked with securing this round. And if they do, they're going to be on double digits. They're going to be on 10. The bomb should be able to go down. Pronax is coming in from the rear. It's coming in from the spawn area. I don't know if they would expect this or not. He's going to walk all the way in. This is such crafty play. He's got himself in a fantastic position. He's crouched all the way here. If he can stop this bomb plant, he's getting the first frag, but he doesn't know the man's on the site. KRB lands the frag, and having waited so patiently, it pays off dividends for them. Good patient play from the Wolves, and KRB is able to get that kill. So it's going to be 10-14. And actually, Fnatic's money, question mark. They're going to be buying up, but it's not great. So if Wolves can get this one, it could be worth 2. Exactly the scoreline it was when I said that on Inferno. It was 10-14, and I said if they can get this, it's worth 2. Exactly the same situation.
Yeah, it's a very good point, actually. It's strange how history is repeating itself, and Copenhagen Wolves, look at this. They're going to be rushing A very aggressively. 3 through main, 2 through Squeaky. It's just Pronax for the next few seconds. It's going to be all by his lonesome. JW has to push through a smoke, and he gets headshotted through the smoke. Bit of poetic justice there, I guess you could say. Pronax gets himself a double, down to a 3-on-3. And they've made that a 3-on-2. Cadian gets the kill. Bomb's been planted. It looks like we could have a repeat performance here, John. And last time you said it, Copenhagen Wolves managed to claw it out. But this time around looks to be the same kind of story. Fnatic, again, up against the ropes. And Copenhagen Wolves are not letting them out of it.
Yeah, they're certainly making them work for it, aren't they? They're not giving up without a fight. That's the key thing. Nearlet lands that frag, and so does Cadian. That is going to be the round going their way, and that is the eco force. This is what I mean by it's worth 2. Essentially, you put your enemy on the eco, and all things going smoothly, and that's a big question mark, but you should expect to pick up the round following, and that would put it 12-14. And last time round, of course, they won one more round after that, and Fnatic came back and won it. So it was 13-16 in the end. This time round, let's see if the Wolves can just get those extra couple and take us onto Cobblestone. JW, again, I think it's him. It was last time. There's going to be an aggressive boost at middle. Is it JW? Yeah, it is. Of course it is. JW's boosted up aggressive. I don't know if they'll be aware of this. Again, they sure should be by now. They've got to be waiting for it. He's been so aggressive, and he's been doing this several rounds already. So let's see if they can nullify him. Glaive is actually waiting for him very patiently, so I think they should be aware of this. And hopefully, for the Wolves' sake, they can convert this anti-eco.
Uh-oh. Uh-oh. Oh, they peaked and the flashbang went off just in time. JW was in such a good position there to potentially kill Glaive, but that flash really saved his life. Talisman of Fnatic will be taken out of this round, and looks like so far so good for Copenhagen Wolves. Pick up another 2 kills as I'm speaking. Flusher and Olaf, all that remains. And they're both on A.
Wow. What a decision.
B push. A great decision, isn't it? Absolutely phenomenal decision from Copenhagen Wolves. And this is one of the reasons why they turned it on so much in Inferno, because their decision making was king. And as you said, Glaive just calling those shots so well.
Yeah, he's famous for it, man. He's a brilliant in-game leader. He doesn't get enough credit. I think he's up there with Fetish, really. And especially in the Danish scene, those are definitely the two best in-game leaders for me, without a doubt. So yeah, great decision, great awareness to rotate round and just find themselves on an empty bomb site. But Flusher is being a bit of a nuisance. He's still making it expensive. Get that frag. Good grenade from Cadian is going to see Olaf Meister off though. Flusher is still alive. And they're going to give him the courtesy of not hunting him down. Flusher just comes running in, jumps out and starts shooting mid-air. Take note, people, that will never work. That is just stupid play. And here we go. Buy round for both sides. Big round. If Wolves can get this, it's going to be 13-14. And after that, I probably would expect Fnatic to force buy. So if they can get the round after that, then they're going to be getting 15 with an eco. So you know, you put it into perspective like that, and you can certainly see what I mean by when I say big round. So let's see if Wolves can get this one. Huge
round, as you say. And again, their terrorist side seems to have been the better of the two. Pimp does get the first one onto JW, who, it's fairly uncharacteristic for him. Maybe should have pulled off that kill. Pimp's going to get his second as well on 10 HP, and he's really opened things up nicely for Copenhagen Wolves. They should be able to actually push into this and potentially get one of the sites and maybe even win the round. But again, Crimson Flusher, 2 solid rocks on the Fnatic roster, do come good, pick themselves up a couple kills, and now Pimp gets his third, shooting Pronax before his feet touch the ground. They have the player advantage once again, but Copenhagen Wolves, we've seen them so often build up this foundation and then throw it away. Crims is going to step up, 2 versus 2. Can Copenhagen Wolves pull this one out?
That's the question, and he did spot them there, so that's their position compromised. What they want to do with it now is it's going to be a curious decision what they make here. Do they want to go through the vents to B, or do they want to go all the way around to A, or maybe even go through the CT on B? And I mean, they know there's probably going to be one on either side. This is the thing. It's all mind games. It's all about trying to feel out where there's the exposure, where you could find a way in as a terrorist going to the site. And oh, it looks like they're going to go towards A. This is the terrible decision, really bad. 14 seconds on the clock. They're going to have to just charge in here, and both of the Fnatic members are ready for them. This is probably not going to work out well. Crims gets the opening frag there, and Flusher, it's just a case of landing that, and Nilla does drop. It's going to be 15-12 after all those fantastic decisions throughout the terrorist half here. They make one really bad one, and they put themselves in an awful position. Now they need to win the remaining 3 just to force overtime. At least their saving grace is they're going to be able to buy up pretty much 2 Galils, but not too terrible. So at least they've got that. But now they really are up against the ropes. They need every remaining round.
Every single remaining round. And even if they win rounds, they have to do it fairly convincingly, as their economy is so poor right now. There is a max 7 on Olaf Meister, so maybe that is going to play into their hands a tiny bit. But Olaf Meister now pushing through mid. JW once again. He's going to be playing aggressive. Surprise, surprise. Expect no different from him. Hiding through the smoke. And Copenhagen Wolves going to use this boost once again. Glaive is going to have a quick peek. Going to get 0 information on this one. JW just drops. Has peeked out at Glaive. Does get a few shots to land there. Glaive down to 30. But there is Pimp once again. Stepping up huge for his team. 27 frags. And there is player on his team is on 18. Someone desperately needs to share that burden of the weight. Again, Copenhagen Wolves have the player advantage, and again, 35 seconds to go. They're leaving this one very close. It's a very fine line that they're treading, and I'm not sure it's going to pay off.
Or is it? Cadian gets that frag onto Olaf Meister. Pronax is alive on the site. Gets another great play from him in a tough situation. Flusher gets one back. So now it's a 2-on-1. The bomb has been planted, and they know where Flusher is. That's the key thing here. Pimp is he's on the site, and actually K-Bar is in a great position. He's come all the way around CT, but Flusher has just run straight onto the site. Hyper aggressive. He wants to find Pimp. I think he probably knows he's on low health, and he does find that frag. It's now a 1-on-1. K-Bar, this 16-year-old against Flusher, one of the best players arguably in the world, and he gets it. He gets the 2-on-1, and that is going to be GG Flusher comes up big when it mattered, and KOBI, unfortunately for his team, didn't. That it might have been a different story had he won that one-on-one, but it just wasn't to be. So we won't sit around talking about could have been. It's going to be 16-12